All right, Shalom. We want to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Chakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right, blessings unto the elect of Yasha Allah, which consists of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And blessings and salutations to you, Akim, out there enduring this truth across the four corners of the earth, teaching in the name of the Most High, which is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, which is His name is Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Okay, and of course it's Christmas Day, you know, and they correlate, you know, worshiping Christmas with the birth of the Lord, and you know, these things to the, you know, part of their whole Christmas spirit thing. All right, as we was, you know, just kind of getting into, and these stories just get reformulated throughout each kingdom, you know, for whatever reason this society wants to worship it this way, but they keep some of the custom, as you know. We'll read, matter of fact, anybody got Jeremiah 10? Okay, we're actually going to start Jeremiah, then you get Ecclesiastes, or what you got?
I got the Ecclesiastes and the Jeremiah precepts.
You got the Ecclesiastes? Okay, well, I'll have you read it. Go ahead, read that.
This is Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. It says, "Hear ye the word which the Lord Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, learn not the ways of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them." Yeah,
and that's what it is, you know. Learn not the ways of the heathen. All right, what are some of their ways? These different, here it is. Our family members can tell us all about Halloween, Christmas, Easter, 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, New Year's. And then we can't say nothing about Passover, Feast of Tabernacle, the Purim, Hanukkah, which is day dedication. What else? The Atonement. The Atonement. That's another New Year's within the same year. You know? Like, you have the New Year starting out when things are starting to come back, and then you get the Day of Atonement, which is a day to, you know, ask for repentance of what you've done, man. So it's the Lord giving you another start, another clean slate. All right? But instead, our people want to go and do the opposite of what the Lord said, and they want to go follow after the heathen, man. All right? And for whatever reason, like you know, oh, it's for the kids. Oh, this is what I've always done. Oh, my family, this and that. And at the end of the day, you're just doing things because everybody else is doing them, man. All right? Because it also said, don't be dismayed at the signs of heaven, because they look forward to those type of things for the things they got going on the left-hand side. All right? At the end of the day, the Lord said that they were signs. Yeah, and they're signs for our feasts as well, what our people can't tell us nothing about. You know? Now, through the Spirit, some of us might be older in this faith. Some of us might be younger in the faith. You know? And at the end of the day, hey, your family's going to do what your family's going to do. You know?
It says, "For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth the tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not."
And the thing is, y'all do the same thing today. The only difference is everybody don't go cut a tree out from the forest. Right. You go and buy it, have it shipped to you through Amazon, because everything is like, what is it? It's artificial here, you know. Yeah. The Lord grew trees. This man go and make a fake tree, so you can still, you know what I'm saying? No, let it smell like bears boogie down up in their house, man. With the forest trees, nah, but
a lot of people house gonna catch on fire with them joints too.
Yeah, you will have that. You got to deal with, you know, and people's lazy too. You know what I'm saying? Back then you had to go and cut it. Now you just buy one. If you're gonna go, you might as well go all out. You know what I'm saying? And they do the same thing. They deck it with silver and gold. You know, you got the candy canes, you got the ornaments. You got the, what's that? They call it the shingle, tinsels, all of that, you know, different colors. Some of them got a white tree with the gold wrapping, and just blue trees, and got green. It's all kind of shit.
The lights all over.
Man. So you're decking it, you're decorating this tree as they did back then, man. All right, and nowadays in this society, they try to use the excuse of or the reason, you know, which is one and the same, that it's all that they know. And well, if you call yourself a Christian, why don't you never thought to ask yourself, if we Christian and we reading out of the Bible in the churches, why aren't we keeping none of these holy days in here? You know? Oh, that was the Bible days. That was the old world. That was the old this and that. You know, like nah. We're all the same people, just coming back. Just as all these same stories just keep coming back.
Okay.
You know. Go ahead, brother.
They have a selected way of how they want to believe the Bible.
Yep. And like you worship, you know not what.
You want me to get in verse 5 with that?
Okay, that was into that. Okay, grab this. Bible shop, the Ecclesiastes.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes,
Press forward, brother.
chapter 1. Chapter 1 and verse 9. It says, the thing that hath been, it is that which shall be.
The thing that have been, it is that which shall be.
And that which is done is that which shall be done.
So things that didn't happen in the past are going to happen in the present. It's going to happen in the future that then will be past. It's the same thing. There's nothing. Is there more to that? Okay.
And there is no new thing under the sun.
There's no new thing under the sun. All right. Just as who? Okay. So who we got? We got Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz. As a matter of fact, I was just looking at it. Yeah, you got Nimrod. You got Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz, and they pretty much turned into, or can go back to, you had in Greek mythology, you had Zeus, Aphrodite, and Eros, and then the Egyptians, you had Osiris, Isis, and Horus, and then it just went on down to Christianity, and you supposedly got, you know, marrying a child, or however they word it, you know. But it's those same stories coming back, because how they said it happened was Nimrod died. Nimrod died, and she told people he became the sun, and then she had a child, and this was Nimrod reincarnated. You know, it's just, oh, it's a amazing birth or immaculate conception. It's just different societies, different names, man.
That's where you get the tree from as well, because after he died, she said the next day, the Christmas tree or the tree sprouted up from a
dead stump.
Yeah, stump.
Yep, dead. So that's why you got the tree in the house. And so I have read and heard about it years ago, how they would fasten it to the ground, because if you didn't give any gifts, then the spirit of Nimrod would get you, or something to that effect, man. But either way, it's just this is what we deal with this is why this is modern day Babylon. It's confusing, man. All right, it's confusing. They just bring all these different things, but it'll all get cleared up in the near future, man. 1 second, because because Christmas also goes back to Saturnalia, all right, which was a Roman festival, and I'm gonna just read a small paragraph. It said, the Saturnalia was presided over by a king chosen especially for the occasion, known as Saturnalicius Princeps, or leader of the Saturnalia. Sometimes he is referred to as the Lord of Misrule, as he was selected from the lowliest members of a household and given the right to conduct lighthearted mischief. So they're not even gonna put somebody who got some sins. They're putting somebody in there just, you know,
For folly.
for folly, exactly. The lowliest of the members of the household. It was a festive period when people gave gifts to one another. Slaves had their freedoms enjoyed by ordinary citizens and were now able to gamble, get drunk in public, and throw aside the cloak of decorum they were meant to present at any other time of the year. More informal clothes were worn by citizens instead of the usual toga, and there was a general round of feast, partying, game playing, and merrymaking for all. These events made it the jolliest, right, Roman festival in the calendar, a fact which led Catullus to famously describe it as the best of times. And that's what they is jolly. That you don't hear that word until Christmas time, man.
That's right.
That's the only time you hear that word jolly, man.
Because through the Spirit, I remember you said that a while ago, and time and time again it happens. People are assholes all the way throughout the year.
Yep.
Christmas comes, it makes that fakeness. You get what it said. You get pretty much in a roundabout way. What it said, you pretty much just put off what you usually do.
Yep, off your morals, basically.
Okay.
And you just where was it? It was another spot in here too.
Yeah, I got the etymology to that word, Miss Rule.
Is it some heat to it?
Yeah, it goes with what we're talking about.
Is there some heat to it? It goes with, huh?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
It says late 14th century, bad government of a state. It says meaning disorderly conduct of living or absence of control or restraint.
Yeah, hey, because part of this is also with I think that was leading, Saturnalia leads up to the whole 25th because you got the winter solstice and stuff in there as well, which we're not going to get into. And then people, they top it off with New Year's Eve where they just do whatever because about to get a fresh start. They treat New Year's Eve like Saturday, When people do whatever they want to do on Saturday, and Saturnalia. and then on Sunday, you present yourself holy before the Lord supposedly, man. And they do the same thing. Oh, it's a new year, I get a read. You got people talking about, man, 2022, I'm already done. Do it now. What's stopping you from changing now? You know what I'm saying? You need that much of a reset that you'll work on, that you will do a habit for a month and a half to say you're going to stop for a month and a half to go back to it after a month and a half. Like, just change. If you want to make a change at that moment, you got to do it. Like, I wanted to get back into working out, and I said, bro was talking about going like midnight. I'm like, all right, whatever. That was the time. But going at that time, it changed my mind. But people sit here and feel like they just got to have a new year every year. Work on yourself throughout the year, man, and you'll be straight at the end of the year.
Yeah, there's no logical reason. There is logic, but it's still pointless to start at the beginning. You don't want to mark down. You can mark down any day. November 23rd, I started. This is where I'm done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? November 23rd, 2021, on out. This is me.
The scriptures say, seek the Lord while he may be found. You know what I'm saying? So you basically got that same mentality towards the Lord because the Lord wants you to repent for your sins, man. He's long-suffering. But that's why it is how it is. But the Lord got that blessing. He got those chosen throughout. And God has that remnant throughout history, man. All right?
I believe. Fuck it. It's called a fiscal year. And a fiscal year is basically like from today all the way till today of next year. Mm-hmm. So if you don't start a new habit, you want to build a year, just do a fiscal year.
Yeah, just nothing stopping you, bro, except you, But like I said, they get into all of this misconduct and disorder, basically. Out of order, you just wilding, man. You're just wilding, all right? And like that just bleeds over into New Year's Eve and it's so fucked up. I did it too. It was fun. Everybody else was doing it. I didn't know no better, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good now. I can do that any weekend, right?
Right.
I want to, what they say, get white girl wasted or whatever. Like, I would just do it any weekend that I'm free and I'm going to have time. I don't have to do anything the next day,
One was really going back to the.
Go ahead, bro.
It's Psalms chapter 106, verse 35. It says, I started 34. It says, they did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord Yahweh commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works.
Yeah, and that's what happened, That's what happened with us. All right, we were spread throughout these other countries, and we basically adapted to their ways, man.
It says, and they served their idols, which were a snare unto them.
Yep, going after that was going way back then. Our people were serving, the op gods and stuff, serving all of them other gods. The Lord said when y'all go in the land, we was reading Numbers 33, if I'm not mistaken, destroy all the images and the idols. Destroy all of that, because y'all about to inhabit that land. Y'all going to make it holy. That's the same with us. Well, we're going to transition, Lord willing, to the kingdom of heaven. We're going to make the earth holy because all of the wicked. Can we get that? Numbers 33 and I think it was 51 and 52. So the same thing that we're going to do when Lord willing we have that number, when we go up there with the Lord for the amount of time and then we come back and setting things in order, it's not like America might still be smoking, man. But it's going to be gone. This whole place got to be gone. The evil is sown, but the destruction hasn't come yet. All right. It said, if that place don't pass away, then cannot it come that which is good. So once this place passes away, with all the wicked works and the vain customs of the heathen, all right, y'all basically belittle yourselves to serve gods that was created by the Most High. And that's why the Lord said, when things start happening, go into your wood, go into your stock, go into those things, man. Go pray that Santa Claus bring you some fucking reindeers to get you away from the missiles, because that's what's coming. Y'all keep on playing with the Lord like this is a game.
This is Numbers 33 and 51. Speaking to the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye are passed over Jordan into the land of Canaan, then ye shall drive out all the inhabitants of the land before you, and destroy all their pictures, and destroy all their molten images, and quite plug down all their high places.
Yeah, their high places meaning what? Their groves. All right, because they would say that's where they had them on the hills and all of that. So they would worship these groves, and that's where they worship their idols, man. So the Lord said, when y'all go in there, tear all of that down. You got no need for it. You're going to be sleeping next to a grove. Like,
right.
It's a whole idol over there. You didn't destroy it. So they want to clean it up. Like, no. Like, all of that, man. All of that. It's not going to, I'm not about to bring y'all to the land flowing with milk and honey and idols. He didn't say that, Yeah. He was giving us he had a land picked out for us, and just now we have that city that's built on the other side. Like, we're about to inherit that through Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. And with that comes cleansing the world, all right? By us being perfected with a new covenant,
But Shafa, could you read that one more time?
It says, Psalms 106, verse 34 says, they did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord Yahweh commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. And they served their idols, which were a snare unto them.
Right. So everything was mingled together. You had, Israel with the heathen. And that's kind of how this whole Christmas, all these different stories got mumble jumbled with the scriptures, because you had the Holy Roman Empire, and they were, quote, Christian, and then you had the pagans, and they had to come together in order to please everyone.
Yeah.
So they kept the pagan holidays, and then they put Christian meanings onto them.
Yep.
And now every Christian thinks that it's cool to celebrate Christmas.
And everybody's happy.
It says, yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils.
Yep.
Fucking Yule time.
Mm-hmm.
They would strap them down to them Yule logs, which is basically a whole Christmas tree, and set it on fire. And some of the other names that they was dealing with was Molech and Baal, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes on in the Grove out there in California to this day.
Yep.
Ain't nothing new under the sun. It's just a remix.
Yeah. Remix them names.
That was relative to that.
I got scripture.
Go ahead.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 33. It says, "For the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints." You know, and I got that just to say, you know,
He's not the author of confusion.
he's not the author of confusion. He's not with this Christmas stuff, man.
Everything is straightforward with the Lord, man. Everything is straightforward. He put out a way. He had a. Can we get Deuteronomy 4? And the other nations know it. But our people willing to sell out to them to be accepted.
Right.
What does it say in Jeremiah? No, not. They trim their way. I think it's Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, they trim their way to seek love.
To seek love. Yep. Yeah, you basically belittling yourself to seek love from people who's supposed to be like under you, who are under you according to the Lord, man. Deuteronomy 7:6. Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 4. It says, "But ye that did cleave unto the Lord Yahweh your power are alive, every one of you to this day. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power told me, that ye should do so in the land whither you go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great that hath the Most High so nigh unto them, as the Lord Yahweh our power is in all things that we call upon him for?" And that's true, right?
Yeah. So it's going into how these other nations look at the way we was carrying ourselves and like them dudes, you know, they have a great power behind them. I don't know if you read it all. What verse you in?
That was verse 7 already.
Okay, yeah. So and that's what it is, you know. But instead, we trim our way to seek love and go after their gods who are nothing, man. That's why Daniel, when he was dealing with when it was Bel and the dragon, you know, he like, man, look, I'm gonna show you what's up. All right, let me put this flour down since y'all said he out here eating, and then showed the king the footprints, and then blew the idol up. You know what I'm saying? And prove like this ain't nothing. Can't nobody do that to the power that we serve, man. All right. But hey, because people mindset is, I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to stand out and look different. You know, I'm just take the easy way out. Really, I'm gonna just take the easy way out. I'm gonna just do what I've been told to do, pretty much. You know, oh, ain't nothing wrong with it. Is that it?
Come. I was just reading down and it's just going into different idol worship.
Anybody got any more? You got more?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Mark chapter 7. I'll start at verse 6. It says, "He answered and said unto them, What have Isaiah prophesied of you hypocrites? As it is written, His people honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me."
Yeah, they honor with their lips, but their heart is far from them. Their hearts, meaning what? Their mind is far from them. But they honor with, oh, I love God, praise Jesus, and all this and that. But at the end of the day, you don't really love God, because He said the love is keeping the commandments. You know what I'm saying? If you love me, keep my commandments. All right? So when the Lord put the Spirit on us to tell our people the commandments, and they just find a reason to not do it for whatever, you know, you don't love the Lord, man. You worshiping Him with your mouth, like, oh, I love the Lord, with your lip service, basically. All right? Just talking the talk, but you're not willing to walk, though.
Right. And it says in Romans, you know, they worship and merely paraphrasing, they serve the creature more than the creator.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why they feel like our people as a whole feel like it's okay to go worship these idols.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, well, shit, who gonna do something to us?
Like I said, easier said than done.
Verse 7, "Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men."
Teaching for doctrines the commandments of men, which is this whole Christmas deal. All right? From Christianity, thousands of years ago, been handed down and sent on over, man, to where it's perfectly packaged to where you can get like 18 different versions of it now. They got women Bibles and gay Bibles and you know what I'm saying? But
Kanye Bibles.
Kanye Bibles, you know? because of that, that was a good point, bringing the whole pagan and the Christianity thing together and just satisfying everybody. But that's what happens when you bring everybody together. Confusion happens, man. All right, that's why the Lord separated the nations, you know, in much wisdom.
That's what I thought that. But hey, but what Nimrod, not Nimrod. I lost my train of thought. No, I said I had that precept you was talking that you just quoted.
I think that's some more.
Yeah. Verse 80 says, "For laying aside the commandments of the Most High." Let me read that one more time. For laying aside the commandment of the Most High,
Disregarding, you threw him out.
ye hold the tradition of men.
You rather worship Esau. You rather worship men, worship this society, worship the ways of this land, man. Laying aside, man, that was heavy. That was Mark 7 and 6 and 7.
Mark 7, starting at verse 6.
Yeah.
It says, "As the washing of pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do. And he said unto them, Full well ye reject the commandment of the Most High, that ye may keep your own tradition."
There you go.
Man.
So you don't even have a problem with doing it. Because your way is easier. Because like you say, my God don't do that. My God let me. You're creating. Hey, that's why I said the heart is deceitful above all things, man. All right, because it's what you think. You can't think like the Lord. His ways are to what it said from the heavens to the earth. His ways are our ways, man. We can't tell you why He made Edomites not to make it. That's just. I can't tell you why He allowed me to be an Israelite. It's just once you accept reality, you can live better. You know?
Yeah, man.
Like it ain't like we knowing us that we Israelites, we complaining and pouting and crying all fucking day about the condition we in. Like we found out. Now what we gonna do? We gotta just keep moving forward.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, this ain't for everybody, and people gonna do what they want to do. I had somebody tell me, I read them that Jeremiah 10, and they said, well, I don't get my tree from the forest, and I'm worshiping God the way that I know, so that don't apply to me pretty much.
There you go.
It's like, okay, well, you just want to worship how you want to worship, not how He requires him to be worshipped.
Exactly. It's easier that way. It's easier. Like that's why they wanted to hear the smooth things. Speak up to us some smooth things. Don't tell us none of them prophecies.
Isn't it the scriptures like he says that the number of idols that Israel has or something like that?
Yeah.
Like it's like a lot.
Yeah.
It's just because all these different incarnations of the same idol. That's just one idol. But like I said, somebody might have the idea. Well, I want to worship God like this, and that's their idol. I want to worship God like this, and that's their idol. Everybody has their own individual mindsets of what it is, is worshiping the Most High, and they're just worshiping their own God.
And that's why I said you gotta be transformed, man. You can't be,
I got that scripture.
Right now. You got go ahead, man.
There's Romans 12:2. It says, "And be not conformed to this world."
Be not conformed. Already you got the word C-O-N, meaning with. Goes back to with. You already formed with this world. The ways of this world, how they carry themselves. You can't do that. Go ahead.
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Meaning you're making a change. Alright? If you was one way, you was already with the world. You making that change. Now you're against the world, man. And the renewing of your mind. Like the brother said, they say they worship me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me, your mind. That's the thing you can't transform because you can't let go of this world, man. You're too comfortable.
Yeah, and that goes back to that book of James, or not James, the book of Peter, where it talks about the access of writing, how we once were a part of that. Well, the Most High, He dealt with us to where we can look at that now, the same shit that our people doing, but like, man, that shit off. You know, we don't need to find a reason to stay attached to that. You know, and I just want to bring that up because you made that point.
Is that it to that?
Oh, it says that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High.
Yep, you're gonna make mistakes. Then you're gonna get chastised, get your ass whooped, and you're gonna learn what you're not supposed to be doing to get all them impurities out of you and become this man of the Lord, man. Look at the things Paul went through. You know, look at what the disciples went through. All right, look at these great men that we read about. You know, it wasn't an easy. Look at King David. Running around being chased, you know, like that. You can't. Hey, man, I don't want to get all into that though. But
It's black and white.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
very black and white. There's no gray areas.
Yep.
You know, he's telling you to do this. It's a commandment. It's not. He's asking you, hey, brother, please, honor your mother and your father. No, we're saying to honor your mother and your father.
Yeah.
To put no idols before me, no gods before me.
All for our betterment, because He knows more than us. That's what it is. Like, hey, you do.
Thou not murder. You know, come
It's
on,
that simple, man.
brother. Don't go out there and, you know, come up against somebody and put them to death without.
Yeah, brother.
Please don't.
No, man. You know, thou not steal. Period.
I like my trinkets. Please don't
like
walk
my
away.
trinkets.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, you know,
No, I just have one precept. Unless you was.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 20, verse 39. It says, "As for you, O house of Israel, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, go ye serve every one his idols, and hereafter also, if you will not hearken unto me, but pollute not my holy name no more with your gifts and with your idols."
And
So
that's mixing it too.
Is that mixing it too?
You
You
know?
know what I'm saying? All right, that's what you want to do. Cool. You ain't gonna listen to me. Don't connect that shit with me. That's pretty much what it's saying, man. Don't. That has nothing to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you chose to do. That's what you choose to serve. Okay. There will be a consequence, like the brother mentioned from Jeremiah the 2nd chapter. Go serve your idols. You know, go see if they can help you in that time. You know, and this is not only to Israel. That's to everybody. Everybody's going to be judged for worshiping idols, but it's focusing on Israel because we are His people. Okay. But you can't mix Christian garbage. You can't mix the scriptures with your BS logic or BS idols, man.
You serving the Lord and serving idols at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, he said, you can't eat at the table of the Lord and the table of devils, man. You know, they over there. It's like when you was growing up, you was in the lunchroom, you didn't eat with certain people. For whatever reason, y'all, what we gonna talk about? You know what I'm saying? Everybody sat at the same table for the most part with the same people at lunch, man. Unless I'm different, I don't know. No. But that's, I mean, hey, that's who you roll with. That's, you know. So yeah, man. With that, Lord willing, you was edified. You know, we got 2022 coming up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we gotta just keep moving, man. Gotta keep moving forward. You know, if it's the Lord's will, we'll continue in this. I'm not saying that we can't be out of here before. You know, but we do know that the prophecies is picking up though. That's a thing, you know. Hey, y'all made it through another year.
Right.
we looking forward to these things, you know. So yeah, with that, we want to give all praises
Unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Karkadash.
Double honor to the apostle and others of great millstone once again. Blessings unto the elect of Yasha Allah, which consists of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans once again. And blessings, salutations unto you, Akim, out there enduring this truth across the four corners of the earth. Looking forward to the downfall and destruction of Babylon, also known as America today, as well as you men, women, and children that follow. Shalom.
Shalom.
I feel like I was talking too fast.